Okay, what's up? My name's Sierra from Cleveland, Ohio. I had to go ahead and talk about this because this shit was pissing me off. First of all, let me put out there I am nowhere near a racist. I am not one of those people who feel like that white people are scum and talk about the Jewish community. None of that. But I have to explain this because it's irritating me and it's pissing me off when it comes to a lot of people, especially the black community. Now, listen, to all of those black women who are always talking about black men, saying, oh, well, they're not being fathers and they're leaving the kids out here by themselves and the mothers are out here by themselves. Let me put y'all up on game about something. First of all, back in the day, black men worked their asses off to provide for their families. Plain and simple. They worked. They didn't have the best furniture, they didn't have the best homes, but they put a roof over their families' heads, they put clothes on their backs, they worked. The men would barely get any sleep, they worked. They provided for their families, and guess what? Back then, a black woman was a black woman because she held her husband down, she cooked, she cleaned, she knew how to sew, she taught her daughters how to be young ladies, the whole nine. See, nowadays, black women don't know how to do any of that shit. If the fucking microwave wasn't invented, half of y'all bitches wouldn't even know what to do. And you know what? Excuse my language. See, that's another issue black women have, calling each other out of their name. But let me get back to what I was just talking about. See, the government is the reason why black families aren't what they used to be. Plain and simple. When you have someone coming to tell you, you know what, I'll give you your house for free, I'll give you food, I'll give you whatever little bit of help that you need, but here's the catch, can't no man live with you. What did you think that did to the black community? It damaged it all the way completely. So women, when y'all sit back and when y'all talk about, oh well, the black man ain't up here doing this, all I got a child with one, they don't want to do nothing but just run the damn streets and this and that. Okay, let me tell you why. Because when the government decided that they wanted to do that, it took away the pride of the black man. Why? Because his backbone, which is a black woman, pretty much told him he wasn't about nothing and went ahead and they decided to listen to the government and tell them, well, I'm about to get this and I'm about to get that, and guess what? I can get all of this and I don't need your help. So what did these men do? They became depressed. The pride was taken away. They got hooked on drugs, whatever the case may be. Either way, they were no longer the strong individuals that they used to be. Why? Because they didn't have anybody telling them, well, I support you, which is us, the black woman. So now let's get up further along. For the women up here saying that these men ran out of their children, see, as a woman, you should go ahead and play your part as a black woman. Because back then, as I said, black women taught their daughters how to be women. Okay, ladies, because he has money and just because he looks good, don't mean you should open up your legs to him. So if you have a deadbeat father, let's put it out there, that's your fault. Because back then, when women had children with men, the fathers knew that that man can provide for their daughters. And that's what a lot of people are not paying attention to today. They knew what they were getting themselves into. They knew how their family was. See, don't nobody know each other's family. Don't nobody know how nobody was brought up. Hell, a lot of people don't even know who the hell their fathers are, let alone their grandfathers. See, me, I'm fortunate. I know who my father is, my grandfather is, and my great grandfather. Never met my great grandfather because he was already dead before I even got here. But see, that's different for me. A lot of men out here don't know all of that. Why? Again, because they don't have a man standing there telling them. Because us being taken care of has been contaminated completely. And the first thing that black women want to do is sit around and talk about what the black man isn't doing. And then you get mad if they decide they want to date a white woman. Again, like I said, I didn't come to talk about that. I'm somebody you love, you know, whoever you love. But you can't get mad at how things are now. When quiet is kept, it's the system and the black woman's fault on the reason why shit went down for black men in America. Because back in slavery days, if a black man didn't have nothing else, they had their woman to support them. We don't have too many of those now. All right, y'all. I just had to get that off my chest. One love.